recruiting these people, but you're developing them into directors. You have 3 new directors, and you promoted to executive director. I mean, you're just rocking and rolling. So, I mean, you've really gone from just, I mean, really that passionate seller to a passionate seller and recruiter. So, you know, you had mentioned to me, actually, that people buy in spite of you. They book and sign on because of you. Can you talk a little bit about that? Explain it.
That is so true. People say to me in almost every single show, I have never met anyone that loves their job more than you, and I've never wanted to have a home party, but after listening to you, I think I'm going to have one, and I think I might even want to try and sell this. So it's really your excitement and your passion, like Brandis was saying.
Well, that is great. Well, I have to say, we heard that you really get this.
It was that weird moment. It was an awkward moment.
We can have our moment, right?
I was thinking about what she said.
So, I know everyone in the audience wants to hear a little bit more about the ticket activity and how you use that at your shows. So how do you think that makes a difference in how you play the ticket game?
You know, it's funny, I always say to people, actually people always say to me, Sharon, I play the ticket game, but it's not working. And again, you can just list the benefits of the company and tell them how great it is, but if you're not speaking from your heart, it's completely different. Because that's how I used to play the ticket game many years ago, and I obviously never had the same results. Because I was kind of rushing through it, and I wasn't speaking from the same place as I am now. And that makes the big difference. And that's what I say to people. You have to speak from your heart. Because you can sell people a bar pan, but to sell them the business, you really have to be coming from a different place.
Okay, so I'm dying to see this like happen, you know, the ticket activity. So Tony and I are going to be guests.
Okay.
In the show.
We're going to show them.
Okay, great, fabulous. Let's give this a go.
You're going to love my apron. It's right up your allergy.
Oh, I love it. It's like you just match. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
What makes you think
It's
it's
the
not
New York apron.
How do you wash that?
They had it made her for.
My jacket. I love it.
Okay, so what I do,
They made it. They made it like that.
Okay.
Made it.
Wow.
Jill learned on the
I'm not going to
making.
be able to focus. Did you just lull people into signing up with that? Wow, okay. Here we go.
okay, so what I do is, as I serve the first recipe, and the second one is in the oven baking, I gather everybody. So everyone's in and everyone's eating, and they're a captive audience because they can't talk because they're chewing. I take out my door prize slips, and I still use these, and they come in everybody's starter kit. I mean, if you use the booking slide, that's great. This is what works for me. I pull it out, and I say to everybody, I'm going to hand out a door prize slip. I want you to take a second to fill it out, and we're going to pick for a fabulous prize. And I don't care if it's his season's best, they don't have to know that. We're going to pull for a fabulous prize. The first question says, are you interested in hosting a cooking show? If you have a show of your own, I can almost guarantee you'll get anywhere from $100 to $300 in free products of your choice. If you love everything you see here tonight and you can't buy everything, you have to be crazy not to have your own show. I come, I cook, I clean up, you will reap all the benefits. My average hostess gets free products, half-price items, discounted items, and a monthly host special. I promise you, you'll need an extension added onto your kitchen by the time I get done with you. And the second question says, I'm actually now doing theme parties, just so you know. We can do a Death by Chocolate theme party, we can do a Mexican party with mojitos, margaritas, whatever you want, we'll make it happen. The second question says, you're interested in earning opportunities with the Pampered Chef. And I take out my roll of tickets and I say to them, if you ask me a question about the business opportunity, I'm going to give you a ticket, you're going to write your name on the back, and we're going to pick for a second prize. So who's going to start? I don't want you to be shy. Ask me any question.
I'm going to start, okay?
There you go.
I got to ask, how much money do you make?
That's a great question, Tony. For the show that you just saw, and it was about 40 minutes, I make around $200. This is the only job that I know that you can make $200 in 40 minutes. Who else has a question?
Oh, geez.
Okay, Sharon, so how many nights per week do you really do this?
That's a great question. When I got started, they said to me, if you do 2 shows a week, you'll earn every incentive that this company offers. And I had 2 little kids at home. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I also wanted to make some extra money. So I would leave my house at 6:30, 2 nights a week. I'd come home by 10, and I made some great money. But now my kids are old and grown and gone, and I don't want to leave my husband that many nights a week. So I do this every night. But the nice thing about this is, but the nice
I don't know why you're all laughing.
But the nice thing about this job is you can do it as little or as much as you want. You want to do it 2 nights a week, that's great. You want to do it 5 nights a week, that's great. Maybe you want to do it once a week. Do you want to do it every Tuesday, every Thursday? Maybe Sunday works for you. It's the only job that I know that works around your schedule. Who else has a question?
Well, I have to say, since it seems everyone here wants to get away from their spouse or significant other, this one's going to be an easy one, but is it hard to get bookings?
Great question. Is it hard to get bookings? I will tell you that when I first started, my director said to me, you got to ask 8 of your friends. You're going to do 2 shows a week, ask 8 friends, and they're going to help you get started. Honestly, I thought after my 8 friends, that was going to be it for me. My very
no,
first...
it's it for me.
He's so cute.
Just being honest.
My very best friend, Marcy, who's still my best friend, did my very first show, and I'll never forget, I came home after that first show, and I woke up my husband, I was like, Scott, I got 2 bookings, I guess I'm doing this another month. And that was almost 16 years ago. The way the world is today, it's never been easier for us to get bookings. We offer not a luxury, we offer a necessity. Every home has a kitchen. Everyone has to feed their family something. Whether you microwave it, barbecue it, or cook it, they have to eat something. If you're in a business where you're selling pocketbooks or home interiors, those are luxury items. It's hard to justify spending $100 on pocketbooks the way the world is today. But if you're going to buy the magic pot and you're going to cook for your family, it's a lot easier to justify that. You know, it's funny. People say to me all the time, Sharon, I lost my job or my husband got laid off. I have to learn how to cook. And cooking has never been more in style. The Food Network has never been more popular than it is now. Soap operas have gone off the air and they're replaced by more shows that cook. Cooking is very in style. I mean, I'll show you my book. I am booked solid because we don't sell a luxury, we sell a necessity. So it's never been better for us in the way the world is today.
Wow, that's great.
It's great.
That's great.
This is all well and good, Sharon, but I have to believe that some of you have played the ticket activity, and then you look at the guests and they're all like you know, in school when it's like,
deer in the headlight. Nobody's making any eye contact with you. And I will say, nobody else has a question, and I don't end this until I'm done getting every point across. And one of my favorites is recognition, because I will tell you that it took me a long time to figure out that a lot of people don't ever get recognized and patted on the back for doing anything. So one of my favorite things is, what about recognition? That's a great question. Let me tell you what this company does for you.
how many do you
You got a
get?
lot. You got a lot.
Okay.
No, because he's so cute.
Okay.
I am in like friends.
With Zelen.
Okay, let's talk about recognition. I've been married for 27 years. When I clean my bathroom, nobody cares, nobody notices, no one has ever said thank you. This company, just for doing your job, doesn't know what to do for you. We have the opportunity to earn amazing vacations. If I tell you in this past year, every single month the FedEx man is knocking on my door, my neighbors are like, what'd you get now? I have earned hundreds of dollars in gas cards. I have earned $50 gift cards to over 500 retailers. I've earned an iPad 3, luggage, jewelry. Before I sold Pampered Chef, I worked for the largest law firm in the country. Every year they gave us a fruitcake. We'd all walk out of the building and we'd toss the fruitcake in the garbage. This company doesn't know what to do for you. It is honestly the greatest job in the world. Who else has a question?
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you. Want me to open it? No.
So you did a great job answering our questions. What I'd like to know now, though, is you getting people excited about the opportunity. When you've got a lot of folks thinking about an opportunity, what happens next?
The magic is the full-service checkout, because now everybody's kind of like drooling, you know, they're loving everything I said, but how are we going to get them to sign on? So that's the magic.
Well, should we go into a role play? Would you like to see Sharon do this? I love it. Okay, so I'm going to be checking out.
Okay. Jean?
Well, hi, Sharon.
And I have to tell you before I go into role play, before I went with Jillian and was inspired, I was always the most interested in how much they were spending. So when they came up, the first thing I looked at was what was on their order form. And if they were spending $100, this was going to be a great show. But that's not my concern anymore. It's not about the sale. That's going to happen no matter what. It's about sharing the business. So when Jean comes up and I say, "Hi, Jean, did you have a good time?"
Oh my goodness, I really had
Good.
fun. Yeah.
What inspired you about the business?
Well, it just looked like you were having a lot of fun.
And I am. And let me ask you, is this something that you could see yourself doing?
I think I might consider it.
Really? I would love to have you on my team.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that that actually came out of my
Oh my
mouth.
God,
Where'd that come from?
you're so personable. You were the person that everybody was going up to. You were loving the products. I saw it in your eye from the moment I met you that you would be so great at this. This is what I'm going to say to you. I would love to come to your home, just like you saw me here tonight. I would love to do a grand opening show for your friends and family. I would do the show, you would get the commission, you'd also be the hostess, you get all the free products, and when I announce that you're going to be selling this, everyone is going to be like, "Gee, I'll have a party for you," because that's what our friends do, they help us. Does that sound like something you would be able to do?
Possibly. I mean, if you really, because I've done this before, and I've heard the whole, like, yeah, I'm going to help you kind of routine.
Okay.
And, yeah, that never, like, happens.
I will tell you that I don't know what kind of experience you've had before, but I
Not
promise
good.
you, I am with you every step of the way. I always say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. I am with you every step of the way. So why don't we pick a day for a grand opening, and I open up my book, and we pick a day, and I say to her, "You know what, I see you're going to spend over $100 tonight. I would rather you get a couple of things to support your friends. I get that, and that's really great. But I would really like you to pick out one of the kits." And we offer 2 kits, like I spoke of that earlier. And I don't make any commission on the kits, but I'm going to be honest with you. The $159 kit, you get $580 worth of merchandise. If you say to me, "Sharon, I just can't do that," I'm okay with that. You'll get the $80 kit. But let's pick one of them tonight. We'll take a lot of these things off your list because I noticed a lot of them come in the starter kit anyway. And then we'll get you started.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds fabulous.
Great. So that's what we'll do. And I get them on my calendar. We pick a grand opening date, and we sign that night. Before my inspiration from Jillian, I honestly never signed anyone at a show. And then, honestly, now there's probably not a show that I don't sign one person, if not 2 or 3.
Oh
So
my
I do it
God.
right.
Isn't that amazing? Woo! And we really did play it that way because we wanted to kind of show you how she does it and the fact that she does it at the show. Because obviously you're getting the no's, you're getting the people that say absolutely not. I mean, we could have role played that.
Right.
But she really does sign up people right there on the show, at the time of the show, which I think is really fabulous. So, very excited. And it's just so effective and you did a great job. And anybody can do this.
Absolutely. It's totally duplicatable. It's just saying the words and having
Didn't
the
go
passion
through to
and
the
the love
one,
of your
so
voice.
that
That's
send it
really
to
it.
Judy
I mean,
Joe.
you have just been doing this for how long again? You went to Jillian's show, what was that, about a year and a half ago?
April of 2011.
Yeah. So, I mean, just the complete shift.
Good
So.
inspiration.
Okay, well,
Jillian was a good inspiration
probably
for her.
not what
Oh,
we would
big time.
consider our toughest guest, right? Right? We've had some tough ones, right?
Well, Brandis, yeah.
Absolutely. She's been to all these shows. Well, we know here on the dish that it's a little more difficult to get a yes sometimes. So we like to make it fun and play games with our guests. So at breakfast, we polled from some consultants from the audience, and we asked them for some recruiting objections that they hear that stump them the most often. So what we want to do is, knowing that you're a top recruiter, you probably heard every objection in the
Every
book.
objection onto the book.
Well, we here at the dish want to see if we can stump the guest.
Go for it. Go for it.
Who wants to play stump the guest?
I sure do.
All right, so we'll give you some of our toughest recruiting objections and see if you can respond or if we can stump you.
Go. Okay.
All right,
We have the little bowl. Let's,
first question to Jean.
all right. Okay, here we go. Now is not the right time, but maybe in a few months, Sharon.
Okay, that's fine. Can I ask why? What's going on right now that it's not the right time?
Oh my goodness, I'm just getting my kids prepared for school, and one's going to be
Filming a
moving.
show.